everyone, it's Rachel at Queen Vacuum in Shrewsbury, and today I wanted to do a quick, real, down and dirty demonstration on our Miele TriFlex. This video is going to be talking about how to actually do the basic service and maintenance that you're supposed to be doing at home. When you buy your TriFlex from here, we always go over everything and show you like how to use it, how to do like emptying the bin and do the maintenance, but there's nothing like seeing it for real. And it's been a few weeks and we actually have some dirt in here, and the brush roller's got a little bit of buildup on it, so I figured why not show you in real life like how this is done. So this is how I do it. There really are no tools required, number one. Everything comes apart really easily just by unclipping, so there's nothing required, with the exception of I like to use a little razor blade or a knife or a scissor or something, and you'll see in a moment, and this is just to help get the hair off of the brush roller. It's the most effective way, so we will consider one tool. Another thing not required, but what I find easier because we have them everywhere, are other vacuums. If you have a Miele, like one of the big ones, a canister vacuum, because we have one here on display and ready to go, both at home and here. I use this sometimes just to make it a little easier or just a little bit cleaner to take care of my TriFlex too. So if you happen to have one, you can use it. I'll show you how. I'll be doing a little bit of that and just showing you like regularly how to empty it. I'm also just going to use like an old plastic bag for now because I'm not near the garbage can and we're going to be having loose dirt come out. So I'm just going to use this to contain it for video purposes, but otherwise you would just use your garbage can. Okay, so once again, this is the Miele TriFlex. The machines are all the same, whatever model you have. The basic, these components are really pretty much going to be the same, and again, ignoring color. So the first thing you're going to be doing regularly is emptying out your dirt bin. This is where all your dirt collects. We've got some real good stuff in there. One important thing to notice is that right here there's a thin line and it says max. That's your max fill line. The filtration system comes down into this cyclone to about this level, so your dirt has to be below that. That's breathing space up here, so your dirt's going to collect there. So definitely don't let it get up here. It won't work as good. Leave it till it's down there, and then to take this off, you'll see how your bin has like a top available thing here. Words. What we're gonna do is just give it a little twist, and that's how this unlocks. It just slides right up off of the back. So now pause. leave it here right now. See how we're kind of cockeyed. Go to the garbage can. In this case, this is gonna be my garbage can, so you can just see what I'm doing. And what I like to do is to hold onto this meaty part right here from over the garbage can, because then when I twist the top one more time, again the little arrows will point toward it one more time, then the dirt bin, bloop, opens up and your dirt comes out very, very easily. I like to give it a little whack, make sure everything rains out of the cyclone, but that's why you want to make sure that you're near the garbage can before you twist it the next time, all right, because otherwise you don't want it to barf on you. We're open, by the way, so you're gonna hear the phone ring. Sorry. John's got it. So there's our dirt. There's our dirt. Inside, there's a little bit of dust and debris in here, and that's why I was saying to make sure that you tap it out over the garbage can. Sometimes I will take my big Miele here. I can keep it on hand, use my dusting brush, and just on gentle suction periodically. I can go a little deeper and maybe just dust that out a little bit. Sometimes I'll use this to suck the dirt out itself. If you have any accumulation up the top here, you can give that a little dusting. But again, not required. So anyway, I just empty my dirt out. That's all. Then what I like to do, just turn everything, lock it back up, and then close your lid. And you'll hear a good satisfying little snap, ka-chunk, and that's locked. Okay, so door is closed, we're locked up so that it's all lined up here. See how it's like a little clock? And then you can slide it back onto the unit. These just follow that guide that's on the body here, and it goes down. Again, you're gonna have a good satisfying snap. If you have not put it down all the way, there's gonna be a gap here, and you'll notice when you go to use it again, the suction will be really crappy. So make sure that's pushed down all the way. The second part of your maintenance is still related to your dirt collection bin here. And if you look in the middle, right here, there's a little thing that says pull, and that's where the main filter is. These use a really nice high filtration pleated like HEPA type filter, which is not one that you will wash. Do not wet it. They don't want you to wash it, don't need to. So that's gonna pull just straight up and out of the body. Again, there's no tools, there's no clips, it just pulls right out. Miele instructs you to simply, again, go to your garbage can and just so you can see, just like tap it, because your dirt is gonna kind of fill up in these fins, and you want to just shake that out. They do not want you taking like brushes and scrubbing it, because you can damage the material and open it up so it doesn't have as good a filtration, and water could make like just mud pies that'll clog the pores, so you don't do that. So they just want you to just very gently just tap it out in the garbage can and let the stuff rain out of it. So see like the little dirt right there, a little clump. Again, sometimes I will just very gently, because I have it out already, take my vacuum with the dusting brush, gently, and just vacuum that off a little bit. Nothing crazy. Again, you don't have to, and I wouldn't do it too often, because again, you don't want to like abrade the material, but that's it. Just tap it out and you're good to go. You'll see these will never come up sparkly white. They start off white, they'll never come up sparkly white. Again, you're always going to be a little bit of a grayness to it, and that's okay, that's normal. But just get out the stuff that you see, so when you shake it, no more stuff should come out. So again, it lives right in here in this bin. The second little guy in here, there's another filter. It's a final filter. This one really won't get very dirty, and you don't have to do anything with that. But it's important to note that this cyclone, I'm going to take this back off again so you can see, this cyclone chamber, if you ever wanted to go further at home and clean it out really deeply, say it was just, you know, maybe a little smelly like the dog, or had a little bit of buildup in it, or maybe you accidentally picked up something a little damp and it got a little bit of smudgy stuff in there. The point is, this whole thing can come apart. You saw how 1 takes it off, 2 opens the flap. If you go a third time, this whole contraption can actually bloop, pop out. Okay, so now if I wanted to wash this in the sink, you know, carefully, not like by your dishes, but wash it in the sink, just warm water, just like very mild detergent, nothing crazy. You can wash this whole thing out, or wipe it out with the paper towel, whatever. But this guy you can wash, again, scrub it just very gently. You don't gotta go crazy. You can get that a little cleaner if you need to, but you just must take the filters out first so that you can introduce water in that case. Keep everything apart, let it dry 100%, and then you're good to go to reassemble. Keep in mind, if that whole concept like creeps you out and you don't want to be bothered, but you still feel it needs to be done, that's why we're here. We can help you with that. So just line it back up, push it back in, and you're good to go. Again, I like to line it up first, then close my lid, and now everything can go back inside very easily. This little guy just sits in the bottom and just twists in like that. And then this guy can pop back in. But see, no tools, yay. So that's all nice and flush. Again, we're done with this guy. Put it back on the rail, click. And then the last part, and this is very important. I do notice there are some people who forget about this, and they can cause a little bit of trouble in here if they just don't pay attention to it at all. But the maintenance on this is super simple. So if you can see, there's a little bit of like, mainly people hair, people hair and strings built up on the brush roller. That's what brush rollers do. So there you go, you can see it now. And if you notice, when you turn the brush roller just so, where are they? There's little grooves built onto it. And that right there, that allows you to take your knife or scissor and go in there and zoop, slice it. Flip it, do it again on the other side, on the back side, again, slice it. That releases the hair a million times easier. Makes it easier for you to pick it out. Or if you don't go that far, just cut it. The next time you run it on the rug, it'll pretty much clear most of it on its own. So that's really important to do. It's very, very, very easy, but very effective, because this brush roller, it's what cleans your rugs and stuff, you know. And if you neglect it long enough, you'll get so much buildup that it makes it really hesitant to spin, so it won't clean as well. But the worst part is that you could damage it. It'll build up so much heat that it can kind of melt and wreck the brush roller. They're replaceable, but who wants to buy a part if you don't need to? When it's like 30 seconds of maintenance, just do it. So that's one way to do it. You don't have to take anything apart. You can just do that. But there's one other step that I'm going to show you that is very important, which really helps keep these working well and keeps you out of trouble. As far as maintenance, you can just pop this little guy off. Okay. Now there's a way to take the brush roller out. It's very, very easy. So if you see on the one side, sorry, this is terrible. There's a little latch. Okay. Again, no tools. Open unlock it. Then this little door. Where am I going? Little door. The door swings open, and this is where your brush roller lives. This is a little handle, they call it. So now you can pull this whole guy out. Voila. And if you wanted to, now would be the time to take like a little cleaning rag and wipe that out if it was dirty at all. Check this little drive pin right there and make sure there's nothing like yucky or built up on it. But see, now your brush roller is out. Some people find it easier to do the cleaning on this when it is out. So again, I'm going to do it. Just take your knife carefully, don't cut yourself. Just slice the hair, slice, slice, slice. Do it on the back side. La, la, la. And now everything comes off really easily. So yeah, that's that. Easy peasy. Again, I'll get rid of that. Okay, so you get the idea. The part that's really important that I was alluding to is under here, because this little handle pull thing is actually the bearing. This is what the brush is spinning by, where this is fixed into the edge of the casing, and now it allows your brush to spin. So this just pops off. Boop. And that's what it looks like. Okay, that's the little bearing in there. There can be a little bit of stuff living on there. You want to pull that off. The real part to check is down inside here. So you see that little shaft? Sometimes you'll get like hair and string built up all the way down in there, like a little hairball. And that is what will cause resistance, and it, you know, not to spin. That hair itself can start to burn and melt, and it'll stink. But you get enough of it, and you know, these items being plastic, get enough heat and it'll melt that, and this little poor little guy will be like fused. So you can buy these and you can buy the whole thing, but why would you do that if you just take care of it? You don't have to. But anyway, so clear that out, make sure there's no yuckies in it. Sometimes I'll take the vacuum cleaner and just suck it out, the little hairball. But that's it. Again, no tools, just pop it together, make sure everything's clean to your liking. Again, you can kind of wet this down and wipe it. I just don't like immersing these things in water because, again, there's metal and bearings, so you don't want to make more trouble for yourself. But that's it. So back she goes. This is going to be all clean, and it just slides back down in there. You're just putting the lining up the hole over that shaft that's in the bottom. Okay, down it goes. And this little puzzle piece guy only goes one way. It'll lay flush. You're good. Shut the door and then lock it up, and you're done. So that's really it. I don't know. Make sure there's no like hairballs, you know, creeping in the bearings of your wheels. You know, just give it a wipe down again with a nice little microfiber cloth and some light detergent, nothing crazy. I, again, like to use my vacuum sometimes, and I'll just vacuum it off if it's been sitting around, it's a little dusty. But that's really it, guys. Just make sure that that is clean. I like to do it monthly. I mean, the more the merrier. But monthly is good, usually the same time that I'll be kind of keeping an eye on my big vacuum and changing the bag and stuff like that. But keep that clean. That will make the cleaning performance better. It'll eliminate the unnecessary resistance that'll make the vacuum tired fast, where you'll lose battery power, you'll lose running time. So keep that going nicely. Pop that on. Keep this nice and clean. Keep it nice and fresh. If a few years go by, or maybe you have an accident and this thing is damaged or yucky, they are available separately. We do keep them in stock, so you're welcome to grab a new filter set or a new brush roller if you have a really bad accident. Maybe you didn't get it here and you didn't know to do all this. That's okay. But there are parts available to keep it maintained. The maintenance itself is very easy. But if you happen to find it not easy for yourself, or it's just more than you want to deal with, you can bring it on in. We service them all the time, like all the other vacuums, so there is no shame in bringing it in, and we will do it for you. The labor rates apply for everything, same for everything we do. So I hope you are enjoying your TriFlex. I know I love mine. I have some other tutorials, I think, or I'll make more, that'll go into the different configurations that this machine can take and how you can use it in so many different ways. That's a whole nother story. But as far as the maintenance, this is just how to take care of it. So keep on top of that, enjoy it, use it to its fullest, and if you don't have one and you want one, come on down. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Have fun, and we'll see you soon. Bye.